Judge kwenye hii talent search inajulikana kama tambua.
Yes. For me, it's such an honor and a privilege to be invited here as a judge and as a mentor, because for me, art is the true expression of ourselves. And the fact that we've brought this to the hood, where people don't really have those opportunities, and we are giving this platform to young people where they can be able to showcase their talent and skills, it's more than a privilege for me. And I look forward to just experiencing what the youth of Kibera have to offer. And yeah, just here for good vibes and an amazing time.
And maybe before kidogo tu, maybe leo ukamka asubuhi ulifanya nini cha kwanza? Leo ukamka asubuhi ulifanya nini cha kwanza?
In fact, sikuamka. Sijalala.
Hujalala?
Sijalala, nilikuwa gig. So nilitoka gig nilikuwa LD. So nikachukua ndege ya fast kutoka LD nikakam sijadozi. Yeah.
And of course, checking pale kwenye Facebook yako, I saw something that you are booked until next year January.
Until next year January.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's a blessing. I don't take it for granted. And for me, it's not a flex that even after all these years, bado nafanya reggae and people still call me and my crew for shows. Me, Techniques and Selector Stinger, Supermarcus, Professor Nuts. It's a blessing. Kwa sababu unajua vile as time goes by, there's a new generation that's here. But the fact that people still appreciate our craft, to me, it's a blessing. So I don't take it for granted.
So, Njambi, maybe you have a lot that you are doing, right?
Yes.
You have different events, talent, nini. Maybe tuambie tu, how do you always maneuver, balance all this? Because it's kind of hectic, by the way. Yeah. So maybe tell us a little bit about how do you manage all this?
I've always been a busy person. I don't remember a time when I wasn't busy. I think the only time I wasn't busy was when I was sick, when I was going through treatment. But even then, I was still busy, you know. But I always try to find a balance in terms of creating schedules and creating, time to do what I need to do and to make sure that wherever I'm needed to be on time. So I try to manage that, and I enjoy it. I mean, me, I love reggae. I love doing events. I love performing, and there are very many other things I do outside of reggae that are still connected with the music industry. And I am completely engrossed in that, and I just thank God for the strength that I'm able to do that now.
Definitely this is a business. Na watu wengi labda wangependa kujua siri ni gani, because until next year, like you're sure wewe hapa hii mwaka umekafunga job ziko. What does it take, Njambi?
I think vile tu nimesema ni blessing to your God. It's not easy. I've been in the game for over a decade, over 15 years, still doing the same thing. Now, for us, it's not been easy, especially we who came from an era that had no social media. It was not easy. So, like I said earlier on, to be booked and for people to keep calling us, people still see the value in what we do. It's more than a blessing, and I'm humbled by that. Yeah.
This means your red card is also not CVV. Red card CVV.
CVV kiaje?
Si kidogo.
Kidogo ni? Unajua kidogo ni relative. Pengine red card yako inaweza kuwa hata ni mob kuliko yangu. Unacheki. Inaweza usiwezi jua.
Labda yako ni ngapi?
Sasa ina depend, ukiwa na gig utaniita tu alafu nitakutumia utacheki.
Maybe watu wengi ungependa kujua like what has really kept you going, because sometimes this industry it needs maybe discipline. Yeah. There is something that could be maybe motivating you to keep on to keep up the game. Yeah. So maybe tuambie tu what has kept you in the industry for so long. That one thing, yeah. I
think ni God too. God is the one who keeps all of us here. There's a song by there's a reggae song that says only God who knows who's gonna be here today and who's gonna be here tomorrow. So I think it's God who's kept me. I'd also say my family. My mom has been a very strong pillar in my life. My late grandmother, my sister, they've always supported me. My fans. Mimi natambulika ghetto zote. Sidhani kuna mtu atambulika ghetto kama mimi. Na si ati ni kuringa or anything, but the fact that mpaka saa hii ghetto bado zinanitambua, mi huwaga yani nimehumble sana, na kwangu hiyo ni blessing big. The fact that hata naweza ingia Kibich, mimi nakuja huku mguu maze, na kuna mtu anaweza nianda, naingia Kocha kuna mtu anaweza nianda, naingia Githare hivyo Ungwaro hivyo, unacheki hakuna, yani ni blessing big sana kuingia mabase na kucheki maboys wana nice wanasema jo Njambi jo wewe ni inspiration kubwa, umetoka mtaani na umefika hapo hivyo, wewe kwetu ni inspiration. Please kaa Kisumu mazi. Hiyo ni mtaa mmoja wameshikilia mbaya catch, you know, all over the country. So mi huaga tu ni mi natambua mafans wangu mbaya.
There was a time I saw you make a certain video, and of course from that video ulikuwa unasema kwamba ghetto ni a place yenye iko close sana to your heart. Maybe tuambie labda the reason why. Maybe unaweza tuambia why ghetto is so much
close to my heart. Ghetto ni close to my heart of course, because mimi nimezaliwa ghetto, mimi ndemwa ghetto, bado niko ghetto, sijaitoka. Na ghetto imekuwa gani? Ghetto kumekuwa na narrative mbaya sana waga zinapushiwa about the ghetto, but there's a lot more that can come out of the ghetto. I mean, I came from the ghetto. You know, I went to school. I've achieved what I've achieved. We don't see people like me where we come from. So for us, it's a big thing. It's a big thing. I mean, a lot of people who've never been in the ghetto, in the hood, who didn't come from those places, don't really understand what it means to get to that level where umemaliza high school, umemaliza seko, you know, umemaliza uni, you've gone to uni, you know, umeingia music industry, when ndio kusema bila godfather, bila mtu yote anakupush, wewe ulienda tu Kimangoto, ulienda tu na God na mafans wako na mtaa yako nyuma yako. Hiyo kitu si rahisi. Si rahisi hata kidogo. So for me, I always encourage people in the hood never to give up and to believe in themselves, and most importantly to believe in God and to keep pushing. Yeah.
There's something you've mentioned, maybe just to make it clear out palivo. Umesema kwamba bado hujatoka ghetto. This means this where you still live?
Mi ndemo dago. Mi bado na stay dago. Hata kila mtu anajua mi ndemo dago, so
does it give you pressure maybe wengine wakisema uko na jina lakini bado unakaa ghetto?
Hizo vitu hazinisumbuagi mimi. Hizo ni vitu za ujinga. Mimi sisumbuliagi na vitu kama hizo. There's more
stories za jaba.
Hizo stories za jaba mzee. Nitoke ghetto niende. Okay, hata nikitoka then, you know. Mimi niko sawa. Mimi sinaga hizo pressure mimi.
Now Njambi, of course watu wangependa kujua labda your health right now.
Yeah. I'm good. I have made great progress, great strides. I thank God I have been recovering well. And to everybody that supported me, I really thank God. And I pray that each of them may be blessed. There's a lot of work for me to do in terms of raising awareness on endometriosis, because there are very many women and let me just say millions of young girls and women are battling this disease in silence in Kenya. And so I'm in the process of registering the foundation. It's taken a bit of time because of government bureaucracies, but we're still trying our best to make sure that it goes through. But most importantly, the work ahead for me is beyond my recovery. I mean, I had to go through it so that this work is cut out, so that we can be able to raise awareness from somebody who's gone through it and somebody who's a living testimony. And I believe we'll be able to do that.
Maybe how can you describe your healing process until today?
It's not been easy. But I'm glad we're here. There are so many things that I have to do to be able to, you know, to stay well. It's a process, and recovery is not linear. There are days, there are times that, you know, it's not a linear process. Recovery is not one of, I mean, remember I went through 21 surgeries. Yeah, so my organs are still not 100%. So, but there are many things I have to do, and there's a lifestyle I have to observe so that I'm able to stay well. Yeah.
Maybe at some point, does it affect your schedule, your shows, your gigs?
Not as much as it used to. Now I'm able to plan better. I'm able to attend my shows. Yeah, so it's not as bad as it was before. Yeah.
In a word, maybe how can you describe the whole process of healing? How has it been?
The whole process of healing has been, I'd say, just one word. There's no word to describe it, but it's a journey. It's a journey. It's a spiritual journey. There's an awakening that takes place, and most importantly, I think the awareness of self. Yeah.
One thing that you learned during the whole thing, from the time you went for the surgeries to the process of healing until now, you're planning on making awareness on the issue.
Yeah. I mean, faith. Never give up. Never give up. Yeah. Never say never. Never give up. Never say die. Yeah.
All right. right.
All right. Good. Good to see you. We appreciate. Maybe your last word to your fans.